Nice. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I've been doing all right myself. You know, it's been a couple weeks since then, and I've gotten over the feelings and all over the hurt, and I just started going back to work. The concrete plant just needs to get shit done, and I'm there every day, day in, day out, and it's quite a relief actually that I'm able to get my mind off of things and whatnot. Yeah, you're an electrician. Shit, man, I'm not that smart. Yeah, I just pour things into buckets and just mix them. So, but my manager will get on my ass sometimes, and that will really bother me because I like to do it a specific way. I like to really organize and compartmentalize everything, and he says, "Dude, just do it all in bulk." And I tell him, "No, you can't do it like that. You're gonna get a bad mix of concrete or cement." Sorry, I know I'm a veteran, but still, I mess those things up every once in a while. Oh, you found yourself a girl. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. What's her name? Josie. That's a very unique name. I haven't heard someone named Josie ever. Yeah. Well, that's good, man. I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you were able to find a woman for yourself, man. Just make sure she doesn't, make sure she can compromise, because that was the key. Like that, when I was going into my marriage before the divorce and everything, like I wanted to make sure we were compromising on stuff if we disagreed and that we would just move on. And, unfortunately for her, there was just some things she couldn't give up. And there were some things I just couldn't give up. And so we came at a crossroads where we either got to live knowing, one of us does one thing and the other is trying to do the other. And I think, it's better off that way, little Timmy doesn't see his parents always fighting or being torn apart or having any sort of disdain toward each other, because I don't think there's anything wrong with my ex, She's a great woman, but God, some things like what we argue about is just the little things. And I get it, the little things are important, but I tend to look at the big picture. I don't get caught up on all these small troublences. Yeah. Oh, really? What? That's great, yeah. Yeah, I never thought about it like that. I guess I always try to hold my foundation down, and I felt like I was almost being attacked by her because of it, but maybe I should have just let her be, Can I get another one of these, please? All right, thanks. Yeah, I've just been working. Just working. I tried, that one girl from last time. I tried getting with her, got her number. We went on a date, but she was way too picky. Like I could just tell by the way she was picking at our food that, you ordered what you want. Like you ordered the food. Like if you don't like the food you ordered, that's your problem. But she was like, "Oh no, the restaurant should, abide by by my needs. And it's like, no, they're running a business. They're running a business. You can't get all persnickety on them like that. And it just, for me, it was a turnoff. And it was an absolute turnoff. So I just told her, if I see you around here at this bar, we're fine, but I can't date you. You're too much for me. You're too much for me. Too fancy. So, yeah, I had Timmy over the other week, and I've been teaching him how to read every once in a while. I think it's very important for him to, get in the books and start working on his education early, because as soon as he can get his mind to start running, I think he can go places. I believe in my son for how little he is. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. I hope the best for you, man. Like, I hope that you guys go all the way, go long term, get married, have a kid, settle down, because life is truly amazing when you have a little person. Timmy always makes me happy. He's such a little funny guy. He always likes to tell these dad jokes, and it reminds me of my dad, because my dad would always tell dad jokes, and oh man, I wish the best for him. I really do. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on the TV yesterday. Yeah, that was a wild game. I cannot believe in that last quarter that they did that. Like, the Hail Mary all the way. Like, holy shit, 67-yarder. I didn't even know people could throw that far. Like, damn. Oh, man. Yeah, but did you see in the second quarter when? Yeah. Yeah, he got absolutely dunked on. Sacked, really. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they're not my team. They're not my team by any means, but man, when they play, they play. And I love seeing that. That's why I love football so much. When I was about your age, I was a D1 athlete for a while. Yeah, but then I broke my collarbone, and then I got absolutely crushed in my leg. And they said, you'd have to recover for months. And at that point, I just kind of looked at my standings in life. I said, I can't go on playing for months. I'm going to be out of shape, and then by then I need to worry about just financially if I can keep going to college like this, because they were paying for a little bit of my tuition, but at that point I only had a small job going on, and it just wasn't going to work out financially. So I decided to commit fully to the plant that I was interning at, and now I'm working on concrete mix, making it so people can pour it, so people can stand on it or drive over it. I don't know what they're going to use it for. But, a lot of the stuff I work on is some pretty high-tech mix, We do some gnarly shit. We do some specialized concrete mixes. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. We've put some very interesting stuff you wouldn't even consider in concrete mix, and it actually helps strengthen it. You got all the white collars working, pushing paper, doing all the math whiz stuff, But when you really get to making it and pouring it, and you get to see the product, it's, in my opinion, one of the coolest things is seeing the product and seeing it actually, be shipped out, and then, eventually you get to see that final product as it is, as a bridge or a road or some sort of because a lot of the stuff that we pour, or at least that they export to pour, is very specialized stuff. And so they tell us, hey, it's going to be used for this or this. So when I'm out on the road, I like to point it out to Timmy, and he always thinks it's cool that I'm playing a part in making the infrastructure around here. Yeah. Yeah, man. As an electrician, man, I can imagine like the lights in here. Like, I don't know how you'd be able to wire all this stuff up, and actually, if you would be willing to, I do need help in my current living, my little house that I got going on right now. I think I have some faulty wiring, and I do need a hand fixing that because I have absolutely no clue. So, if you'd be willing to help, that'd be amazing. Yeah. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Feels good. Feels good. Man, sometimes I could just sit here forever.